Last night on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Well, safe to say, we won another $1 million. I have a feeling we're going to win it again tonight, but who knows? You'll have to see tonight on the season finale of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome, everybody, to Thursday night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, we're at our 9 p.m. Eastern time slot tonight because, of course, we were originally supposed to have the X's in Fargo. However, something's happening tonight. That's all I'm going to say as I'm filming this. So, yeah, well, not as I'm filming this, but the reason why it's here at 9 p.m. Eastern time instead of, it's because something happened tonight, which you have to tune into the Roddy show on Saturday to find out what happened. So, mainly because it hasn't even happened yet. So, yeah, but it is happening right as this is airing. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So, yeah, well, let's get into it right away. Well, we left off just 2 questions away. We've got $250,000. We're starting, so 250,000. We're 2 questions away from winning $1 million. We only have 1 lifeline left. We'll just switch the question. Here it is for $500,000. Let's play. For $500,000. Who won the inaugural Shanghai Masters Golf Tournament in the fall of 2011? Lee Westwood, Phil Mickelson, Rory McIlroy, Hunter Mahan. I have no idea, so we're going to have to switch the question. Okay, we'll switch the question. Shanghai Masters Golf Tournament.
According to Wikipedia, the BMW Masters was a golf tournament played annually at Lake Malaran Golf Club in Lothian.
There you go, it was Rory McIlroy. Okay, computer, can we please have another question valued at $500,000? Which group of people believe in a monster called the Bunyip? Zulus? Pygmies? Maoris? Aborigines. I apologize if I butchered any of those pronunciations. I have no idea. So, I think we're just going to walk away with the $250,000. And that's a final answer. Okay, well, let's see here. If we would have gone for it, I probably would have said the pygmy. Come on, there we go. Oh, it would have been the Aborigines, Aborigines, something like that. I don't know. But hey, $250,000, not too shabby at all. Well, here we go. Let's play for $100. Which restaurant franchise, best known for its sandwiches, was founded in 1965? Highway, Byway, Subway, Have It Your Way. That is Subway. Final answer. We got it for $100. Going for $200. Which of these is a coating in which fish is often dipped before being fried? Pitcher, catcher, batter, runner. That is batter. Final answer. We got it for $200. Going for $300. Which of these is the title of a 2011 hit single by Lady Gaga? Born This Way, Dress This Way, Love This Way, Walk This Way. That is Born This Way. Final answer. We got it for $300. Going for $500. Pete Wentz is best known for playing bass in what band? Dropout Girl, Freak Out Kid, Sit Out Man, Fall Out Boy. That is Fall Out Boy. Final answer. We got it for $500. Going for $1,000. Which communication system uses 2 columns of 3 dots? Morse, semaphore, Esperanto, Braille. I'm going to say Braille. Final answer. We got it for $1,000. Alrighty, we're doing well. First 5 done. Here we go now for $2,000. In which U.S. state was the first Disney theme park opened? New York, Nevada, California, Florida. That is Florida. Final answer. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, it was California. Dang it. So Disneyland opened before Disney World. Oh, wait. I knew that. Duh. Gosh, I'm such an idiot. Well, that's okay. Yeah, because the Disney World just had their 50th anniversary like 4 years ago, I think. So, dang it. Of course, now it comes back to my brain. Well, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to play some more. Hopefully we can win a lot more money. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Dang it. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Gosh darn it. Boy, that was just a tough one, the last game. But, you know what? We're going to try and potentially win some more money, because that's what we do best around here. Alrighty, so, as you know, we can use Googler up until $32,000. It's really the only rule we have, so here we go. Without further ado, let's play for $100. What is the name of the coffee specially treated to minimize preparation time? Sudden coffee, instant coffee, abrupt coffee, snappy coffee. That's instant coffee. Final answer. We got it for 100. Going for 200. A suit with overlapping front panels is said to be doubled what? Breasted, armed, legged, headed, armed, or wait, no, it's breasted. Final answer. Got it for 200. Going for 300. Which phrase is used to describe a favorite book that has been read many times? Well-cheeked, well-eyed, well-nosed, well-thumbed. That is well-nosed. Final answer. Oh, it was well-thumbed. Like I was going to know that. I mean, well-nosed just seemed to me... Well, that just seemed to me to make the most sense, so... Oh, well. That happens sometimes. Well, let's play again. Let's do this. For $100. By what common name is the harmonica also known? Nose flute, mouth organ, ear guitar, toe piano. That is the mouth organ. Final answer. We got it for 100. Going for 200. Which Shakespeare play title is also a proverb? The Twelfth Night, Romeo and Juliet, The Winter's Tale, All's Well That Ends Well. A proverb. I don't know what that is. Proverb. Truth or be so. Okay. All that's well ends well. Got it for $200. Going for 300. Sisters Venus and Serena Williams are most associated with which sport? Ice skating, hockey, basketball, tennis. That is tennis. Final answer. Got it for 300. Going for 500. Which of these creatures is a crustacean? Squid, toucan, lobster, otter. That is squid. Final answer. It's a lobster? No way. Dang it. Well, it's okay. It happens. Well, we'll try again. Let's play. $100. Which of these phrases refers to getting married? Loop the loop, connect the dots, tie the knot, pull the chain. That is tie the knot. Final answer. Got it for 100. Going for 200. A blacksmith works mainly with which substance? Iron, dough, cloth, wood. That is wood. Final answer. Oh my gosh. Wow, this has been quite the season finale so far, hasn't it? Let's play. The capacity of car engines is traditionally measured in what? Cow power, pig power, horsepower, goat power. That is horsepower. Final answer. You got it for 100. Going for 200. Which of these might be caused by a blow to the head? Concussion, condensation, confection, congregation. That is a concussion. Final answer. Got it for 200. Going for 300. The name of which herb also refers to a wise man? Parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. I'm going to say sage. Final answer. We got it for 300. Going for 500. What kind of creature is a black widow? Crab, scorpion, spider, cat. That is a scorpion. Final answer. Aren't scorpions and spiders like the same thing? Jeez Louise. Well, we'll try again. Let's play. Wonder what Regis would think about this. All those fastest finger contestants, maybe they might get up there. For $100, which of these would you most likely play in a casino? There we go. Roulette, tennis, charades, Monopoly. That is a roulette. Final answer. Got it for 100. Going for 200. Which of these words describes a fairly rough sea? Cutty, choppy, slashy, hacky. That's choppy. Final answer. We got it for 200. Going for 300. What might be used by audiences to express displeasure? Bird call, cat call, cold call, house call. House call definition. No, that's not what I want. Audience. There we go. That's what I want. So it's a cat call. Cat call. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely not it. I'm going to say cold call. Final answer. It was a cat call. Wow, and the thing fell, my microphone fell out of the thing too, so that's just great. Well, we'll take a break. I'll be back. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, let's get back into this because we are having a little bit of a rough time right now, obviously, as you can tell on our season finale. But you know what? I have a feeling we're going to win so much money, and we're going to do it right now. So let's play. Here we go. For $100. Let's get some easier questions. Here we go. And what would you normally stay overnight while on a camping trip? Phone booth, submarine, tent, Tupperware. Alrighty, it's 10th final answer. Got it for 100. Going for 200. Which part of the Sistine Chapel did Michelangelo paint? Ceiling, skirting boards, shelves, window frames. That is the ceiling final answer. Got it for 200. Going for 300. Which of these is a style of bricklaying? English bond, Welsh union, Scottish fuse, Irish joint. I don't know. Here, styles of bricklaying. Styles of bricklaying. Okay, it's a bond. English bond, final answer. Got it for $300. Going for 500. The state of Wyoming is in which time zone? Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern. Mountain, final answer. Got it for 500. Going for 1,000. What nationality was Casanova? Greek, Italian, Dutch, Swiss. I don't know. Where was Casanova from? There, we'll say.
According to Wikipedia, the Free Encyclopedia, Giacomo Girolamo Casanova, Casenov, Caz Italian, Giacomo Girolamo Casanova, Casa, the 2nd of April 1725 to the 4th of June 1798, was an Italian adventurer and writer who was born in the Republic of Venice and traveled extensively throughout Europe.
Chicago's Wrigley Field is primarily a venue for which sport? Boxing, baseball, horse racing, basketball. That is baseball. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. It's for $4,000. What nationality is the singer Alanis Morissette? Irish, American, New Zealander, Canadian. Boy, these questions are easier than the first 5, I'll tell you that much. It's Canadian, final answer. Come on. Oh my God. There we go. Got it for $4,000. Going for $8,000, and here it is. I Want It That Way was a hit single for which boy band? New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Hanson. Yeah, these questions are way easier than the first 5. That's Backstreet Boys' final answer. Got it for $8,000. Come on. Going for $16,000, and here it is. Who is the daughter of actress Tippi Hedren? Julia Roberts, Sigourney Weaver, Meg Ryan, Melanie Griffith. I don't know. Tippi Hedren. There's Peter Griffith. I'm going to say Meredith or Melanie Griffith. Final answer. Got it for $16,000. $32,000, and here it is. Gosh. Stop. Why is it doing that? There we go. Crap. Okay, there we go. Which island is separated from Africa by the Mozambique Channel? Mauritius, Sri Lanka, Madagascar, Zanzibar. Mozambique Channel. There you go. Madagascar, final answer. Got it for $32,000. Come on, where's it at? There it is. Oopda, that means that we are out of time for tonight and the whole season. So that $32,000 that we have just won, that's actually going to go into our total for this episode. So yes, so tonight we won a total of $283,000. That'll go to one of you at home, well, the top viewer in our at-home games. So your name's on the screen now. So congratulations, you've just won $283,000. So yeah. Well, when we add that $283,000 to our total for this season, that is a grand total of, shoot, because of course that would happen. Well, here, this week, I'll just say this week, $1,316,000. When we add it to money we have won this season, that is a grand total of $17,398,000. Thank you all so much for joining us this season. We'll see you next time right here on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good night.